Say hi. Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Alfonso, also known as Cito, and this is Emberly. And I chose the word Aboriginal to do for my English project. And I asked all of you what it meant to you, and this is what you said.
Well, growing up Aboriginal, it meant our people.
The word Aboriginal means true Canadian. Thanks.
Culture, family, pride.
History, pride, like Eli said. Another thing would be culture, and just, I don't know, you just feel Aboriginal sometimes, I guess.
To me means pride, strength, courage, resilience, and family.
Aboriginal means to me First Nations people and their culture, fishing and hunting.
Aboriginal to me means First Nations, the first people on this continent.
Putting me on the spot here, but Aboriginal is like First Peoples.
It could mean your status, what your status is, whether you're a Native American.
Aboriginal means we're natives from Canada.
Good.
Aboriginal was given to us by the non-native people.
We're not Aboriginal, we're natives here on the land.
Well, if you look etymologically, it actually means ab and original is not original. So it flies in the face of what Aboriginal has meant in the past, which is First Nations.
What I get out of Aboriginal is original. So we're the original inhabitants of this land, of this place, and unique.
To me, the definition of Aboriginal is the people that originally inhabited that continent.
The word Aboriginal to me means if you're Native, if you're First Nations, Métis or Inuit, they'll tell you they're Aboriginal.
A person that is native to the land that they come from, like for instance us, Seychelles First Nations, any nation that from Canada or North America that is the first people of the land.
Being a person of origin from the region and the area or continent that they reside from, and rich in culture and tradition, and very fun-loving people.
Aboriginal means the first people that were on this land to me. It means First Nations means first people that were on this land before the Hualeitan people came. So Aboriginal means First Nations to me.
I think it means the people who are indigenous to the land and live off the land, that utilize the land for their survival and their sustainability.
It means being a part of a group of special people. To be Aboriginal means that you were a part of the people that were here first and continue as a group to fight together to this day.
All right, now while Emberly is getting her diaper changed, I also mentioned the word abnormal and the meaning of it. The word abnormal means not normal. So does the ab in Aboriginal mean not original? And I asked you guys what you thought, and this is how you reacted.
Maybe we're not original. Maybe we're one of a kind. It depends on how you want to look at it. I look at it like we're not original. We're not something that you can copy. We're unique.
I personally don't see it that way. Okay. But that's just whoever's interpretation of it. Their interpretation, not mine.
Exactly.
I've never given thought to that.
I've never ever thought of it like that, ever.
Neither did I until a couple months ago.
I've never thought of it being a negative part of the word, because I just think it's to me it just means first.
Because we're the original people here, and ab is usually the opposite of, or the negative of it.
So
I
it's
didn't think of it that way,
confusing.
but it's also a Anglican or a European word, right?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like in Australia, they're called Aborigines, and then in North America, they're Aboriginal. Not too sure about the history of the exact word, but I don't think that it means to be abnormal.
Saying that's how it is.
Well, I would view abnormal or Aboriginal as the exact opposite of abnormal. So I look at it in a different perspective. And I think the English language is so strong that, that was identified. However that was established, like I'd be curious in the lines in the...
Exactly, that's how I'm...
Yeah, be curious where it originated from or how it was established, like I was...
I actually tend to agree with you because I wonder about that myself. Why don't they say they're original people? Why don't they say they're the indigenous original people? I don't understand the definition really of Aboriginal either. I don't like it. I don't like it when we use it.
Wow. I never thought of that.
Yeah. So I'm kind of just bringing it out just to...
You know what that just did to my blood pressure?
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, I didn't even think of it like that.
You suckered me into this question because now this, yes, I don't even use Aboriginal as my title as...
So, after those reactions, I looked up the word Aboriginal. And the word Aboriginal originated from the Latin word Aborigines from the 17th century, which means original inhabitants. So really the ab in Aboriginal doesn't mean not original. Aboriginal means first people. So you can take it any way you want. But it just shows how complicating the English language is. My last question for everyone was, what would you rather be called? And this is what you said.
I call myself a First Nations person.
Alright.
I like First Nations better now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will never use Aboriginal again.
It's...
First Nations.
Native, First Nations.
I actually like being called Native instead of Aboriginal because it's...
I'd rather be called an Indian.
Really?
Yeah. We are an indigenous people to this country.
I either call us First Nation or as they go in the indigenous ways.
First Nations would probably be the first thing that comes to mind. Yeah, First Nations for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm proud to be called Native.
Oh yeah. Me too.
Yeah, Native pride.
Yeah.
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 I'd rather be called First Nations because I believe that it talks about our people. We're nations of people, and we were here first before the Europeans came.
Shishat.
Yeah. Shishat.
Yes. I do that.
Yeah.
What would you rather be called?
Rochelle.
I mean, Aboriginal, First Nation, Native, Indigenous.
Sisha.
Yes, third person say that.
Call me whatever makes you happy.
I mean, Native, Indian.
I like First Nations. We're the First Nations that were here. We've never ceded, surrendered our land, never been conquered. I like First Nations.
What do you think Aboriginal people should be called?
Well, working for this nation, I think they should be called by the tribes, the bands, the nations that they're known as opposed to being referred to as first. Those kind of words fade with time, and they tend to be part of an era's descriptions. What lasts for time immemorial is Sisha. That lasts. That's the people. They're the ones that have a 7,000-year-old brand, which is bigger than Coca-Cola.
Who's that? So I think I would like to be called Sisha. and I think Emberly too. We would like to thank everyone for participating and sharing their opinions, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright, bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Well, I heard what Aboriginal means, like, because who was I talking to? I think I was talking to, like, my Auntie Lenora, and it doesn't just mean native, it, like, means...
Original people.
Yeah. Are you recording this, Tyrone? Or Tyrone?
What does the word Aboriginal mean to you?
Stop it.
Pride?
That pisses me off. What? We're normal people. We're here first.
We're the original.
We are the original people. So I like First Nations better now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will never use Aboriginal again.
It's recording.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. What do you think about the word Aboriginal?
Aboriginal?
Aboriginal mean to you?
Are you serious? I didn't even say I wanted to answer your question. Aboriginal means to me,
Yeah, sure.
Hold on. Got headphone here.
Recording it right now.
Oh my goodness. You gonna Snapchat that?
I can edit it. Okay, what does the word Aboriginal mean to you, in your opinion?
Well, you have to take it off for a second because what I have to say is really